Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Banter in the Box. Stick, not twist. It's your game week 12 review. A surprising turn of events this week in the Family Fantasy Football League. Nobody, for the first time this season, nobody went into the transfer market during game week 12. This is surprising for two reasons. One, rarely happens that nobody makes a transfer in the Family Fantasy Football League in a game week. But the second reason it was surprising is because next week is a double game week in the Premier League, everyone playing twice. So it's going to be a big scoring week, which I thought would mean some people tweaking their teams. But no, nobody did. In this edition of Banter in the Box, we've got your game week 12 winners and losers. Just your two winners picking up a manager of the season point, and four losers all losing a manager of the season point. Your normal player review and a manager of the season update. So the game week 12 winners, take a bow. And as FC manager Stephen Lee, he was a game week 11 loser, but he's back as a game week 12 winner. The biggest climbers in game week 12, up 4 places to 13th, and that's significant. You have to go back to the 18th of August 2016, over 9 years ago, for the last time Stephen Lee was as high as 13th in the Family Fantasy Football League table. And take a bow, yours truly, Chairman's Choice, climbed 3 places to 7th. I haven't been as high as 7th since the end of the 2022-2023 season, and I picked up a third weekly win with 85 points, becoming the first manager to achieve 3 weekly wins this season. 1 manager of the season point to those two. Your game week 12 losers. Gobi Desert Canoe Club manager Pops Hoxby dropped a place to 14th, the lowest he's been since game week 8. Benny United manager Mark Benwell's season continues to derail. He fell another 2 places down to 9th. That's a season low for Mark Benwell. Masters of None manager Jack Hoxby also fell 2 places down to 11th. And that's a season low for Jack. The biggest game week 12 loser, though, the Willow Tree Winners, fell 1 place to the bottom of the table. The first time they've been bottom of the league this season. The lowest scorers in game week 12 with just 15 points. Those 4 each losing a manager of the season point. So your player review, the top goalkeepers in the top 10 goalkeepers in the league look like this. Another good week for Sanchez of Chelsea, closing the gap on David Raya to being the highest scoring goalkeeper of the season. Dean Henderson of Palace had another very good week. He's not far behind David Raya either. Jordan Pickford also had a good week for Everton's. He is 9th on the list. Emi Martinez is still available. No one's gone for him yet. 8 million is not bad price for a top goalkeeper. And you've got your premium picks of Royce and Petrovic still available, although they will cost you £11 million. Top defenders. Well, the best defender in the league, Munoz of Palace. No one has gone for him yet. 99 points for Munoz. Does come at a premium, £15 million, but at the moment he's the best defender in the league. And in fact, 9 of the 10 top defenders come from Palace, Arsenal and Chelsea. The only exception being Van der Ven of Spurs, who's still 5th on the list, despite the fact that Spurs leaked 9 goals this week. Good weeks for Timber of Arsenal, Cucurella, Chalabar and James of Chelsea. They all, like Muniz, picked up 12 points. Now, these are not your top 10 midfielders in the league, because they've already all gone to other Family Fantasy Football League sides, although can still be selected if you spend £5 million on an It Is Mine tactical gambit. These are your top 10 midfielders who do not currently belong to another family fantasy football league side, so are available for transfer. And there's some bargains on this list. Harvey Barnes of Newcastle. Newcastle in the Champions League. 17 points this week for Harvey Barnes, and he's only £7 million. Trossard of Arsenal. Arsenal obviously also in the Champions League. He picked up 10 points this week, and he's a bargain, £9 million. So they are your midfielders who are all scoring well, and you can bring them into your side without having to spend £5 million on an It Is Mine tactical gambit. Your top 10 strikers, Haaland obviously still way out in front. Half of the league have Haaland in their side. Welbeck still remains on the list, 7th best striker in the league, and £15 million for a striker is a bargain. And if you want to pay top dollar, Gyökeres of Arsenal and Ekitike of Liverpool are still available without having to spend £5 million on an It Is Mine tactical gambit. They are very expensive at £25 million, but 9th and 10th on the list of top scoring strikers. Who the fuck is that? 2 manager of the season points on offer. 1 point if you could tell me which current family fantasy football league manager is pictured there, and a bonus point if you could tell me the body part. Now, I'm not going to reveal whether the body part guesses were right or wrong this week unless the manager is guessed correctly. You cannot get the bonus point for the body part until you've guessed the correct manager. And 2 managers had a go this week. Unsurprisingly, the current manager of the season, Sarah Goodwin, thought that that was a picture of my shoulder. And Benny United manager Mark Benwell thought that that was a picture of Rayleigh Rovers manager Simon Hoxby's arm. Well, it's not a picture of me, and it's not a picture of Simon. So the manager of the season table, top half of it looks like this. Mark Benwell drops to joint 2nd for being a game week 12 loser. I jumped to joint 4th for being a game week 12 winner. Megan Hoxby's lead is now 2 points at the top of the manager of the season table. And you can get 3 manager of the season points if you can tell me which manager of the season, if you can tell me which current manager is pictured there. 2 points for guessing the manager. 1 bonus point if you can tell me the body part. So that is your game week 12 review. There should be some huge scores, as I say, in the Family Fantasy Football League this week with every Premier League side playing twice. I'll be back to tell you what that's done to the league table next week. Until then, everybody, take care. Bye-bye.